Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that bad boy. You can't see it yet. Look at that bad boy. Yeah. 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 Drink that. Drink that. Smell it. Sniffer. Good facial expression. Fake wind. I like how he's just every character. He's just been every character so far. Love the blonde.
What are you doing to my gun? No, I don't know, man. I don't know. Bye. See you later.
Ah!
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And not too long ago, I introduced you to my Solarthern 20mm anti-tank rifle, and I absolutely love this thing. But this old girl right here was kind of getting lonely, and she needed.
You can't have a lonely pew-pew. The big anti-tank pew-pew, it can't be lonely.
Needed a friend. So let me introduce you to her new BFF, Miss Lottie.
Oh,
I've been scratching my head for quite a while trying to figure out how I celebrate hitting 5 million subscribers, which is absolutely insane, and I appreciate every single one of you. And to show my appreciation to you, I thought I would buy another 20mm. So now let me tell you a little bit about my newest financial blunder. This is the Lottie, and she is very similar to the Solarthern, but also has some differences. So this gun is 7 foot long, so we're going to start at the business end and then work our way back. So the first thing you may notice about this, it has a massive muzzle brake, just like the Solarthern, but this one comes with a nifty muzzle brake cover. Then moving on, we
yeah, that's right. You muzzle her. Muzzle her.
We have a wooden handguard that I guess doubles as a heat shield. We have iron sights, and then the biggest difference between the Lottie and the Solarthern is these massive sleds. So soldiers would actually drag these.
The feet are different. They're curved. Oh man. It is pretty.
Things sometimes on these sleds in the snow, and then once you got to where you would be firing this weapon, you have a bipod that flips down. This thing takes a massive 10-round magazine, and it is semi-automatic. It loads from the top and ejects the shells from the bottom, and you really got to watch your hands when you shoot this thing, from what I've been told, because when it ejects these shells, it is very violent and could hurt your fingies. There's also a little rubber piece.
Can't hurt my fingies.
Piece down here that is supposed to help deflect those shells. So like the Solarthern, the Lottie has a very stiff recoil system, and you can't just pull the bolt back. You literally have to crank it back. The Solarthern utilizes a chain, but the Lottie has a gear system. You just push this.
How do people discover how to make these? How? Also, for like the larger guns that have this, is that like just so it doesn't get too hot? It has the holes to, I don't know how those work. I don't know a lot about pew-pews. I don't know a whole lot about them at all. So I'm learning. I'm learning things about them.
In, and then crank it about 2 times, and then you send it home, and you're ready to go. You have
helps expel gas. Oh, okay. Right, that makes sense.
Iron sights. This one does not have a scope like the Solarthern. They did not utilize a scope, but from what I understand, the fins were pretty good with iron sights. The Solarthern and the Lottie have the same tape.
I'm sorry. What? That thing is massive. Why is it huge? It's huge. And I guess also if you're shooting tanks, they're a little bit easier to, aim.
In ammo, and that is 20 by 138B. Once you get your 10-round mag loaded and inserted, all you have to do is hit this grip safety down here, and it will send your bolt home. I would not want to put my thumb in that. So sometimes it's really hard to come across on camera just how big a gun is. So to give you some perspective,
here's the banana.
Is a Barrett M82A1 chambered in 50 BMG. It has a 20-inch barrel, and this by no means is a small gun. But
yeah, that's pretty big. But you need a banana for scale. Where is your banana?
Heading next to a Lottie and a Solarthurn. It looks pretty tiny. And just to give you a little more perspective, this is a Barrett mag, and this is the Lottie mag. Both
I guess they have to be far away
10
from
rounds,
the things, obviously.
but one is 50 BMG and the other is 20 millimeters.
We're just doubling
this
that
guy
size.
right here is 750 grains and putting out around 13,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, while the 20 mil is a little over 2,300 grains and producing around 35,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. So now it's time to see.
I need to see how this works. As in, what happens? Hi guys, look at this graph. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any videos. I'm now streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Kick is ad-free. You can catch me live on most nights around 7 p.m. CST. I hope to see you there. How powerful are these massive bullet things?
Excited because I have questions that need answers.
Me too.
What is the recoil gonna be like on this thing? Because it's a little bit lighter than the Solarthurn and its barrel does not reciprocate. So am I gonna have a good day or is my shoulder gonna be reciprocating? Let's find out, shall we? Are you struggling with credit card debt, personal loans?
Are we talking finances now? Credit card debt? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Medical bills? Or maybe you just have an insatiable appetite for big bore firearms.
Consolidation.
But it doesn't have to be that way with today's sponsor, PDS Debt. If you're making your monthly payments on your debt every month and your balances...
Take notes, chat. We're learning. And it's not me teaching this time. We're learning. Take notes right now. Write this down. Write this down.
Aren't going down. Well, PDS Debt has a solution for you. Everyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies. No minimum credit score is required. And bad and...
I'm just curious what the interest rate's gonna be, especially if no credit score is required.
Your credit are accepted. Make this the year you take control of your debt. Get a free debt analysis right now by swinging over to pdsdebt.com.
I mean, that's kind of cool. It gives you like an analysis thing. Put in your stuff and kind of get an idea about what you're looking at. So, okay, I kind of like that.
KYB. Again, a big thank you to PDS Debt for sponsoring today's video. And again, if you want to check them out,
How do I get PDS to sponsor me? Because I talk finances. I want to help consolidate and talk about car loans and stuff. PDS, sponsor me, please.
It's pdsdebt.com/KYB, and it only takes 30 seconds. Now, let's get to it. So my first question is, what's this thing gonna be like shooting it on the sleds compared to the bipod? I'm guessing it's gonna kick me a lot harder, but we're about to find out. This guy in here almost made a big mistake, and that is always
shoot them an email. I'm gonna have to. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't know how to do sponsor stuff. I don't know how that works. I don't know how it works.
Your muzzle brake cover. I would have been big sad. It is a little muddy out today, so I'm gonna lay on this table. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and send our bolt home. So we do have one in the chamber.
Yeah, give me that slow motion. Hi, Drula Dude, hi! Let me see it again. The gun looks upside down. I know it's not that fast. Oh. Okay, let me see where it went.
First of all, shooting it off the sleds wasn't so bad. Second of all, if you notice right there, there is quite the crater in the ground.
Oh.
And my brass is full of dirt. And that is why
Yeah, they weren't kidding about, hey, don't put your hand near this because it could hurt. I don't. Well, I can see why.
You don't put your hand there when shooting the Lottie. And it looks like I removed quite a bit of dirt from my berm. So now that I know that this
What?
I removed quite a bit of dirt from my berm. So now that I know that this thing is fairly safe to shoot, I'm gonna lose the Premier Body Armor helmet and just switch back to my hat. And now we're gonna let down this bipod and see how bad the recoil is with that. Now the sleds weren't that bad, so I bet this will make it even better. So this is a two-step process. Pull this and lets it down. And then I should be able to pull this and rock this whole thing. Uh-oh. This could be a two-man job.
Yeah, just don't flip the gun around, I guess.
Like that. And now, pull this one. Oh, wait.
This be a three-man team.
There we go. Oh, it's setting much higher now. So one difference that I forgot to mention between the Lottie and the Solarthern is the Solarthern has an auto-loading feature. So when I put the mag in the Lottie, I have to manually send my bolt home, but with the Solarthern, it automatically sends the bolt forward. And when you're out of rounds with the Solarthern, it automatically ejects the mag, while the Lottie...
All right, that's kind of cool, actually. That was an aircraft shooter, exactly. I mean, that's cool. It's like, hey, you're out of bullets.
Lottie holds it in there. Okie dokie. I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. We're going to see what this recoil is like.
Hey, no, you kept calling the tables a chair. Hey, we got an actual chair this time.
And I'm going to take a shot at that steel chair downrange and see where I'm hitting. All right.
I was thinking, like, what if it ricochets? I don't think it's going to ricochet. Never mind. It's just going to go straight through. Come on, I want to see from the different point of view.
Center on that chair.
Here we go. Where'd it go? Can you get a close-up of chair? Looks like it went right above it. Where'd it go?
Okay.
Aw.
I'm gonna say that
I need the chair's point of view. Well, not point of view. I need to see the close-up of the chair getting shot at.
The bipod is definitely better than the sleds. I barely even felt that. She not be kicking. The iron sight.
Oh, never mind. I didn't even see it move. Okay, I see why now. I see why. My shoulder would hurt for a month. Yo, same. That looks so painful.
On the Lottie are offset to the left. I was aiming dead center, and as you can see, I hit about 4 inches to the right, which makes sense. So if I want to hit something with this thing, I need to be aiming about 4 inches to the left. So now we know that the Lottie will fire at least one shot at a time, and we know that the bipod helps with
Clearly that chair is paper to the bullet. Yeah, for some reason I saw the dust, but I guess that's behind the chair. Yeah, the chair didn't move. It didn't even move. It just went through so fast.
Coil better than the sleds. But this is a semi-automatic 20mm anti-tank gun, and it holds 10 rounds. So can we get multiple shots without the gun malfunctioning? So up next, I'm gonna take 3 shots and see if we can get all 3 to go off without the gun getting a jam. And at the same time, we're gonna perform an experiment. According to the slow-mo, the muzzle blast on this thing is pretty wicked. So I wanna know what would happen if you were a little too close to that muzzle. Okay.
Oh.
I would not want to be him right now. All right. First shot, here we go.
That bothers me so much. I don't like that.
Okay.
Broken jaw, you mean
functioning properly. We were
missing
able to run
jaw.
3 rounds and no jams. So I learned two things. One, my Lottie is functioning properly. And two, you don't want to be too close to a muzzle brake of a 20 millimeter. This dude is messed up. I mean, he looks like Predator now. I'm gonna say that that Lottie right there is nothing to shake a stick at.
Yeah, don't shake a stick at it, yeah!
So now we're gonna blast what's left of our zombie
So that's where the shirt came from the other video. Oh, we have a zombie! Is a zombie!
with our Lottie 20 millimeter, and at the same time, I'm going to give you an opportunity to see what it's like to shoot a Lottie. And I'm going to achieve this by duct taping a GoPro to my face.
Heck yeah!
20 millimeter anti-tank.
All right, guys, you ready? Are you ready? I trust you. Actually, I don't. I don't trust me either. But we're about to shoot this thing. Are you ready? First person point of view. It's like we're in a video game.
Yeah, let's
go.
get this thing loaded.
Gotta shoot the zombie.
First, you crank this thing.
Crank that thing. Crank it. Crank and then crank on, crank off.
Now,
crank on, crank off.
Put our mag in there. Big old behemoth.
I wonder how heavy that thing is.
All right, we're all set. All right, let's send this bolt home.
Where do you aim?
Okay. Now, let's see if I can hit this thing.
Okay. Oh, I see the thing right here.
Okay, I would say that we hit it.
I mean, shoot, not having a scope, that's impressive. That's impressive to me. Oh, here we go. Yeah. It removed more than a jaw that time. I don't...
Oh!
Yeah, you ain't surviving that. If you do, I'm shocked.
Ow! That brass is hot! Well, you may not believe this, but trying to hit a zombie bust at only 50 yards away with an
Oh, it's actually called a zombie bust? I had no idea. Hi, Dee Dee Tango! Hi! And we gave them to actual snipers, I guess, because that's impressive. Not having a scope.
anti-tank rifle with iron sights when your sights are offset to the left is actually a little more difficult than you would think. So I'm surprised that I even hit this thing. I managed to hit it in the cheek, but it still detonated the entire zombie bust. Well,
I want one now? Heck yeah. I mean, I would love to have one of these in my backyard.
I had a lot of fun shooting my
What I do with it?
today.
Look at it.
What did you think about it? And which one do you like better, the Lottie or the Solarthurn? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, be sure to check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always,
get merch.
my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you
Why are you using a lawnmower, though? You're gonna smash the table with that thing?
next time.
Sure is. Amazing. Just a random lawnmower, the innocent lawnmower just standing to the side. And then used to smash a table. I wonder how many tables he has purchased. What if he keeps going to the same location? He's like, hey, I'm here to buy like 2 more tables. And the cashier is like, dude, you bought 50 in the past 3 days. What are you doing? At least they aren't going out of business.